So I'm just going to be talking about your most important asset and how to tell stories effectively. So first things first, your most important asset is you. So hypothetically, let's say you owned a $6 million racehorse, and that horse was one of the best in your country. It was your most important asset, and you treasured it really highly. Now, would you let that horse eat whatever it wanted and not train it? Would you just let it roam around and just sit down and be lazy? No, you'll train it, of course, because you want it to be the best performance it can be, and you want it to grow eventually, so it can become like a 7 million or whatever million you want, just so it can grow more. You want it to be the best it can, right? That's you. You want to train yourself to be the best person of you, best version of you. Let's say we have John and Sam. John is a regular businessman. He owns the same company as Sam, but he's fat. He doesn't really exercise much. He doesn't care about his weight. He doesn't care about what he looks like. He's kind of just in the business. Now, he might have the same business as Sam. He might have the same marketing, the same type of employees, but when he's in meetings, he's not respected as much because he doesn't look good. When you're fat, when you're really fat, people will notice that. That's the first thing they notice about you. Even though it's not all about your looks, the first thing people notice is obviously their looks, because you can't know them instantly. So they judge you off your looks first things first. If you look not presentable, if you look really rough, if you look kind of fat, kind of obese, your shirt's kind of messy, you look like you don't care. You look like you're not presentable, and you look like you're just a lazy person overall. But on the other hand, Sam, let's say Sam is the same businessman, he owns the same company, but he's very fit. He goes to the gym every week, and he just looks overall great. Now, people would respect him more because when you work out and when you look presentable, when you look good, people respect you because they see the hard work you put in. If you have no muscle, people will just assume you don't go to the gym and think you're lazy. But if you have at least a little bit or a lot of muscle, people will at least know you go to the gym and you're a little bit disciplined. And it's the first thing they see. If you're not presentable, then they won't be able to see how disciplined you are. If you're in a business meeting with a future partner, and they want to just see how you looked and see what your discipline is, they'd obviously go by your looks first and then talk with you. So if you look great, they're going to assume that you're very disciplined and you're just healthy overall. You'll be a healthier person and you'll just get more respect overall. Now, about telling stories effectively. So in the video that I watched, this guy named Arnold, he made a couple posts on this date he went with a girl. But it was just a regular date. There was nothing really interesting about it, but he managed to turn it into a kind of interesting story. And the way he did it was, first he adds the hook, which is either a funny joke, it can be serious, it can be whatever genre you're trying to achieve. But he adds the hook and he adds something funny or something like that, just so you're a little bit interested in it. And then he adds some kind of thing to lead you into the next one. So, for example, he says, this story includes a beautiful woman and a man's downfall. That gets you intrigued because, downfall, that sounds like a big thing. You're at the top and then you go down. That's a downfall. So you're interested, oh, what's this downfall? Oh, and a beautiful woman, because obviously people like that. So it leads you into the next one and you want to watch it. You want to watch it or read it really badly because the first one led into the second one really smoothly. And he does this in 10 posts. And it's only 5 sentences long. Because if it's too long, then people will lose interest and they'll be kind of bored. If it's a whole 3 paragraphs long, takes 1.5 minutes to read. People like reading little things because it takes a little amount of time. And if they're interested, they can read it for 3 minutes and it's a good hook. So he adds the hook and and every single 5 sentences, it leads into the next post, the next post, the next post until it's done. And the reader feels like it's only been a minute, but in reality it's been 5 minutes because it was so intriguing and it kept hooking into it. If you don't add a little bit of intriguiness or interest in it, then the reader will get bored midway through the story and not finish it. If you don't add it, they will get bored. So you always need to make sure with each paragraph you add some sort of thing that leads into it, like a joke or like something that's kind of outlandish. Like if you I don't know, but for example, if you don't add that, they might get a little bored of the jokes because it's also a hit or miss. If your jokes aren't that funny, they're not really gonna read it. It's kind of subjective, but still, you need them to be overall funny.